I think monitoring and evaluation is plays a critical role in each and every project that we deal with. And basically because it often generates reports that contributes to transparency and accountability. And today we will be looking at because when I worked with Sugen and Genevieve, we would always say, you need to practice until it becomes perfect. So it's critical that we looked at how do we go about drafting our own monitoring and evaluation frameworks, and also to look at what are the loopholes that we could avoid in the process. And in that we say that keep it simple as possible. And we know that M&E can be as complicated as you want to make it. However, we do recommend a complex M&E system with numerous multi-level indicators. Instead, go for a simple system that works for you and your territorial partners. We saw yesterday that when we were doing the log frame and during the first year of the project, a challenge comes in. How do we then incorporate the challenges that comes on a daily basis? Secondly, rely on the experience of partner local authority and regional governments. It is important that less experienced LRGs should trust more experienced partners to take lead in guiding them through the M&E process, therefore including training of all other partners is crucial because LDC partners must be fully involved. And I have personally learned with when we were doing the World Bank program, where we had the cities development strategies, how it became difficult to report on the progress made and getting all key stakeholders involved in the process of reporting even. At the same time, it is proposed that align your DC evaluation with performance management systems, which should also be aligned with the SDGs, so that it is not treated as a separate process on its own. And this was evident when we were doing our log frame yesterday, also in identifying the relevant SDGs as we were going along. It is important to draw on academic sector-based data from within local and regional governments, as it empowers and may even help research alliances between stakeholders. In the case of ALAN, it is part of our objective to allow the study of local government, and through these partnerships, we sometimes get the services even for free, since they also use this information to kind of like structure their curriculums when they do develop them. As much as evaluation is important, it can be stressful and at times even disempowering. However, in the spirit of the new SDG-linked DC, proposals requires positive attitude in order to embed M&E within the DNA of the program, so that all partners can embrace the notion of maximizing its impact while collectively achieving the SDGs. Could we move to the next slide, please? Towards a simple, empowering system. As we create our own M&E frameworks, it may be useful to start with the Organizational for Economic Cooperation and Development approach, and to use it to guide the overall design. There is a great value in this framework, as it encapsulates a result-oriented M&E philosophy that is focused on maximizing impact. It also advocates M&E frameworks that are operational at many different levels, being it local, regional, and national, and that can be aligned and fed into each other. In this way, not only can they be utilized as tools to monitor and assess SDG-linked DCs, project results, and impacts at all levels, but they can also be useful for assessing how DCs contributes to change in national policy shifts to promote the SDGs. The framework allows the SDGs and their contributions with those of global partnerships for effective DCs cooperation, and the principles of relevant efficient and impact and sustainability, which are critical for guiding SDG-linked DC interventions. And this framework is also powerful in that it embeds the ability to assess the alignment of DC activity outputs with decentralized and macro level policies in peer countries. And it also assess the process ownership by authorities in peer countries, the dialogue and participation by peers at all stages of the DC project, and the potential for reciprocity amongst DC peers. And basically that is how the framework works and the impact that it creates. Thank you.